So I don't always get the perfect result when I engrave. And I do a lot of engraving on the 3mm basswood, plywood, and other thin woods. Typically just a surface engrave where you barely break the plane. So to do better, I ran the Lightburn interval test, which I should have done long ago. Lightburn recommends it, and I guess if I'd listen more, I'd do better more often. So we're going to do that together, and we can do a line test to see what the standard or the raster type image would look like with the distance between lines, or no distance at all is what you're looking for. You just don't want to overlap and you don't want a gap. But you can also do a dithered image test so you have an idea of how the shading would work if you're doing a photo. So we're going to run through both of those. We'll jump in Lightburn and set it up and then run the test and see what we get. Welcome to the channel. I'm Dave. Let's get right to it. Okay, so we're in Lightburn. We're going to do this line interval test, and then we'll do the dithered test for photos. So let's go up to Laser Tools and Interval Test. You'll get this pop-up. Let me stretch it out a little bit. And these default settings are for diode and CO2 lasers. And that's what we're going to go with. Because you can come back and adjust as much as you need to and until you get the perfect setting. So this number of steps, that's just the number of boxes that'll be created during this test. Let's look at a preview. So 5 boxes, different intervals, and you're looking for the lines that are the closest together. You want them touching, but you don't want a gap, and you don't want them overlapping. And it may be less than 1, it may be greater. So just do some testing and figure out what works best for you. So we're going to go with these. We got a speed of 150 millimeters per second and a power of 20. And we're going to run this and see what happens. Now, when you frame, the laser is going to frame where Lightburn wants it to frame. You really don't have any choice in that. So let it do the frame and then move your material underneath the laser head, lock it down, and go from there. And for this test, I'm going to leave the air assist off. Okay, we'll frame and then run this simple test, and then we'll come back and we'll do this dithered image test. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, so we know where it framed. You just want to be sure you're underneath it. Tie it down. Run your frame again to make sure. Okay, so let's just pull this up and take a look at it. So for me, I've got a 40 watt laser. So it's pretty clear to me that the 0.1 is a good setting. According to the Lightburn documentation for diode and CO2, it's not advantageous to go less than 1. So just run this and pick what works best for you. You can change speed and power. You can change the interval and just play around with it and get what works best. And I believe you get a better engraving result with no air assist, especially if it's just a surface engrave. Go in deep. I would suggest using the air assist just to keep from starting a fire. But if it's a surface engrave, No air assist, I believe, is the best way to go. Okay, so we're going to reposition this and then jump back in Lightburn, and we'll run that dithered test and see how that comes out. I'll just move it over a little bit, knowing it's coming to this same general area, and tie it back down. Okay, back into Lightburn. Okay, so we got the interval test done, and you can see how that works. And that would be for your standard type of engraving, raster engraving. But to do photos, to know how the gradient would change for those photos, we need to do a dithered image test. So we're going to change it here. We'll keep the same settings, preview, and you can see how this test works with photos. All right, so we're going to run this, and hopefully I've got it set where it'll frame good on it. So we'll run a frame. Yep, we're in a good spot. So let's run this and see how it turns out. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, we'll send the code over for this one and see what we got. And again, I'm not using air assist. Okay, so here's our completed test. We've done both the line test and the dithered test for photo engraving. And again, I've got a 40-watt laser. It was running at 150 millimeters per second at 20% power. And the wood we used is 1.5 millimeter basswood. So you can try this for different materials. You can change settings. And just because you have one setting most of the time doesn't mean you don't want to change it at some point. So just check different materials, different settings, and figure out what works best for you. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe. It does help the channel grow, and it'll keep me in the shop trying new things, and then I can share them with you folks. I should have done this much sooner, but I didn't. I probably could have got some better engravings along the way, but we're all learning. And so just check back often for new videos, and you folks take care, and we'll see y'all next time. Thank you.